Hello, Mary Elizabeth Parker here, and I am going to share with you my first Random Facts Friday! Okay, so it's not that random because it is having to do with Cinco de Mayo, which is today, the day I am actually recording this. You keep seeing paper flying at the bottom because I do have some notes to include on the history of Cinco de Mayo. In the States, Cinco de Mayo has come to be known as a celebration of the Mexican-American culture. Not just a drinking party, even though I know some people that's any excuse to party is a good excuse to party. But it really does have to do with celebrating our immigrants and the melding of the societies that come into this country. And so almost everybody here has an immigrant in their family history. Native Americans, the indigenous peoples, whatever way you want to refer to them, are one of the exceptions, and even they can be traced through genetics further back away from this country. Now, mind you, recently there are events that have found humans in this country earlier than they had anticipated, which I have not researched that much yet, but I plan to. Hopefully this will be a weekly installment, and so today, like I said, we're going to talk about Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo in Mexico is not like it is here. It's not a big party, an excuse to eat tacos and guacamole, which any excuse to eat tacos and guacamole is a good one to me. But, as I said, I'm going to look down at my notes. So it's actually observed to commemorate the Mexican Army's unlikely victory over French forces at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862, under the leadership of General Ignacio Zaragoza. Yes, I speak some Spanish. I tend to say it with a Spanish-type accent, mostly South American-type Spanish accent. If I do any other languages, I have a tendency to pick up accents. French is the same thing. So that's a side note on random facts. Like I said, in America it is a celebration of the U.S. and Mexican culture combination. In Mexico, commemoration of the battle continues to be mostly ceremonial. Again, not a big street party. It is not Mexican Independence Day, which is what a lot of people misinterpret it as. I used to misinterpret it as such as well, probably because others had told me that's what it is. It's not. The Mexican Independence Day is actually September 16th, and it commemorates the cry of Dolores in that which initiated the War of Mexican Independence from Spain. Now, the Battle of Puebla, I still haven't gotten enough to really tell you much about it. I do have a print up from Wikipedia. The Battle of Puebla took place, as I said, on May 5th, 1862, near the city of Puebla, during the French intervention in Mexico. The battle ended in a victory for the Mexican army over occupying French soldiers. The French eventually overran the Mexicans in subsequent battles, but the Mexican victory at Puebla against a much better equipped and larger French army provided significant morale boost to the Mexican army and also helped slow the French army's advance towards Mexico City. There were a total of approximately 12,000 soldiers in the war, 8,000 French, 4,000 Mexican. So a 2-to-1 ratio, really. 462 French soldiers died in combat. Only 83 Mexican soldiers died in the battle. So Cinco de Mayo is really a celebration of that victory, not the independence from Spain, not something else. Enjoy it. Remember, this is a culture. Don't misappropriate, don't mock by building up stereotypes that may offend someone. If you do find somebody who is doing something offensive, like building up those stereotypes, speaking in a cheesy accent that's not accurate and not very kind, wearing a giant mustache thinking that's somehow appropriate, remember, don't retaliate. Educate. Try to teach them why this is offensive. Hopefully you can get them to see it from your point of view and can help them understand where if they were going through something similar, that wouldn't feel very good. Really, I just hope everybody can be kind, and those who do choose to drink, please be responsible. Be kind to one another. Make sure you have set up rides in advance if you are drinking to get home. I want everybody to have a safe way home. I personally do not drink. I'm always available for a designated driver for my friends pretty much when I do go out, which is rare. But I know I'm not going to drink. There are so many options to avoid drinking and driving today. You have these independent services like Uber and Lyft. You have regular taxi cabs. If you're not overly inebriated, you can even take public transport. If you are very drunk, they will not let you on a lot of times. But there are options. If you live close enough, walk. If you find that you've gotten yourself in a situation that you shouldn't drive, call a friend that you know will be safe to bring you home or to find a way to get you home, please. So this is pretty short one, I think. It's not going to have much editing because it's pretty much on the fly before work. But I hope you all have a great day, and again, be kind to each other and be safe. Thank you. Bye.